have my rooftop. I had it sitting on some sheetrock for a while, and then I shot it with a little bit of the blow dryer to stiffen it up. And I know I talked about maybe I was gonna fold my roof on there, and yeah, I'm still on the fence. I think I'm gonna cut it in half. So I'm just gonna mark it. A little dot there, and a dot there. And so when I put it on, it's gonna leave a little bit of a gap, but I think I'm gonna fill it with a little coil. So I'm just gonna take this and use my needle tool that I keep using. So I'll use the X-Acto knife. I'll cut this puppy in half. Okay. So now I got 2 pieces, voila. And I'm gonna move this out of the way and bring my house up and see if I could attach it without breaking my house, people. Okay. Alright, so when I wasn't recording, I kind of smoothed the inside a little bit better. So there's my house inside my house. Alright, and I'm gonna add my pieces on there. Let's see how that'll work. And I'm sorry, one camera cannot see diddly squat. And I think that might work pretty good. I just have to make sure that I center it pretty well. Alright, so my clay is still kind of moist a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to score this part right here and this part. Sorry, the document camera view is like basically useless, so hopefully my phone view will work out. I'm going to score it a little bit right here, just in case I need it. Alright. I'm going to keep losing my brush. And I'm going to add slip. Again, I'm being generous with my slip. Do this side. Not that my camera could see what I'm doing. My slip is kind of wet and I'm just trying to get some chunky bits. Because I want the chunky bits. And I'm going to add a little bit across here. I don't know if it's even going to touch or work. But we'll see what happens. Alright. So I'm putting my cut side, I can't even tell where my cut side is. Oh, there it is. On here. And I'm looking, I'm trying, you can't even see it, the little squat. Let me see if I can make it go. Nope. I'm trying to center this piece across here on my house. And so don't press it down until you think you got it centered. And I think I got it centered. At least I hope I do. And I'll turn this around so you can kind of see. Actually, I'm going to push it down just a little. Still a little gooey-ish, so I could do that. I probably should have waited a little bit on my house roof before I put it on, because it is a little moist, but I think it'll be okay. And I may just, if it's moist, I may just like try to turn it a little bit. I don't know if it'll work, but if Turn to this one. You could kind of see like the slip inside. All right, so I'm going to try to smooth it because this side's going to get smooth. The other side, I won't be able to smooth unless I flip it over. And that's going to be tricky at the moment. All right, make sure I got it good and pressed on. All right, and I'm going to add slip to this side and add my other piece. So I guess I think I'm glad I'm putting it on with when it's a little bit wiggly, just because then I could play with my edges and kind of bend them out and make them a little bit more fun and whimsical, because obviously this is not a real house. You can make it as fun as you want. Now this part, I'm going to have a hard time seeing what I'm doing since I can't see. I should have a camera inside. Okay, I'm going to grab my other little side piece. Find out where I cut it. And then I'm going to line it up as best I can. This is going to be tricky, peeps. Alright, turn it. It's probably going to be off camera, but it is what it is, because I gotta make this puppy. I gotta make it line up. And make sure that I'm pressing this puppy on. Good. Get my angles to meet. So I'm having good slip ooze out, which is okay. I will clean that up in a little bit. I'm just worried about it being lined up at the moment. And then I'm going to play with this. And then I will be adding a coil. I'll put this one, you can see. I'll be adding a coil right up here on the top. Few minutes I will do that. All right. I rolled out a coil and I'm going to add it on this little portion right here where I cut it in half. So I'm just going to trim it a little bit. And then I'll be trimming more of it off, but so I'm going to smoosh it in there. Okay, so I'm going to add some slip. And I'm going to be super generous. I want it to go on both sides of that little groove. And now I got a chunky bit. And okay, now I'm going to put on my coil, kind of wiggle it, and I'm just lightly pressing it so it starts to feel like it's getting stiff. I'm going to tap it a little bit. And I'm going to wipe away a little bit of this excess slip. And make sure my hands are kind of clean, and I'm just going to lightly, I'm starting to kind of press that little ridge on, kind of creating a little line. I'll spin it around, you see. So I have a little line right here, which is cool, kind of, because it kind of looks like the ridge line. The little ribblies that I use the roller on. I'm doing the same thing on the other side. I'm trying to smooth it out. I'm trying to get some of that moisture off, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my roller, and I'm gonna roll it on here so it looks like it's one piece and it's a little gooey. I may have to redo it. Yeah, it's a little gooey. Try it at the top part. Okay, I'm just doing this for the video's sake, and then I'll have to go back and fix it because I want it to look good. Alright, I'm going to trim off this little extra bit. Kind of smush that on there. Make it look like it's all one piece. Ha ha, la la. And trim it on the other side. Do the same thing. I like that I cut it in half because it gives a softer edge for the top of my roof. Because if you look like a real house, it's not knife sharp. It's like slightly contoured. Do that. Use a little bit of my roller up here to make it look like it's doing something. I'll do a little bit this way. Boop. Maybe it crisscrosses. And then all I need to do on my house now is I'm probably going to add, a chimney somewhere on the roof line. So I got to figure that out before it dries out. And I'll clean up any boogery bits, but not too bad. There, that side, and that side. So I put my piece on a really sturdy board. It's a piece of that stuff we use on that back counter by the sinks. And now I'm gonna bag it, and I'm gonna bag it probably 3 times with these cheesy, crappy bags. And then hopefully tomorrow, because this is Sunday, I will add my chimney. Right, bye. Like bye. Really bye.